Hi, in this video I will mention the news about retraction watch and uh, abstracts that have been um, retracted. It's interesting because I thought that um, those articles published in um this publisher, they're not retracted because basically they don't give enough information, and I was so surprised seeing that. Let's see, somewhere shy of 2000, and it is 2000 retractions, so many, and they all paid I think like $400, and so and it makes a lot of money. With this post we may be more than doubling that total com. It looks this publisher may have retracted thousands of meeting abstracts. Yes, thousands. We don't know the exact number, but the search for retraction in the abstracts of the International Conference on E-Business and Government brings up 1,200, around 1,200 results. Brings up 1,000 results. We only opened the first few retraction notices, but they seem to all the same. Headed Notice of Retraction, they read: after careful and considered review of the content of this paper by a duly constituted expert committee, this paper has been found to be in violation of this group's electric engineering something publication principles. So we hereby retract the content of this paper. Reasonable effort should be made to remove all past references to this paper. So the funny thing is, like, how they do this? It's so stupid. Should they retract the other articles cite this conference paper? It's interesting. So by engineers, we know that engineers can easily publish in this group, and like the acceptance rate is like around 50%. I don't know about it, but if you accept like 50% of things, then you have high chances of accepting some inaccurate studies. The presenting author of this paper has the option to appeal this decision by contacting this. But this is also weird. Like, okay, they say like they can appeal, but like will you give their money back? You said that you assessed that, but why you did this? It's also disrespectful for them. They cannot remove it. It won't perish. It will stay there forever. But I don't know if I don't think that this is a prestigious place. Like, why they care it too much? Not all the abstracts from the meetings appear to have been pulled, as the main abstract page for this meeting shows more than 2,300 results. We also saw this note, which appears to affect more than 50 additional conferences. This has a long-standing commitment to ensuring the high quality of these conferences and of the conference proceedings published in this Explorer. So that I thought they were safe to publish, but now I question whether or not publishing there is good. Um, because you see that this is not as sufficient. They submit their paper and they cannot submit somewhere else, and so I know they have lower quality and they are like they cannot find other place to publish and choose here to publish at least as a conference paper. It's a thing. It's one of the roads. Uh, but still lack of information. This is you don't explain why. What are the principles and which principle? So it has a long-standing commitment to ensuring the high quality of these conferences and the conference proceedings published in this Explorer. Through its regular conference quality monitoring process, became aware of inconsistencies in some conferences with regard to the quality of the peer review. As I know, they care plagiarism rate very much, and also there is a reviewer process. But the conferences generally publish whatever they found. This launched an in-depth investigation through its Technical Program Integrity Committee, a volunteer-based committee responsible for ensuring the quality of these publications. The procedures followed by the technical program organizers of the certain conferences were insufficient to assure compliance with high standards for quality publications. Therefore, it has decided not to publish the proceedings from these conferences. A list of conferences impacted since 1 January 2000 can be found below. This is so long. If copyright forms have not yet been signed and transmitted, then copyright will remain with the author. The authors are free to seek publication of their journal and their paper. But at least they say this. But if one, so interesting. Those transfer rights are now null and void and revert back to the authors. Authors wishing confirmation of their copyright ownership should complete the form below. Upon receipt, this will send a confirmation email indicating that the transfer of copyright for the author's paper is now null and void as provided on the copyright form, and that the author is copyright of the. So, okay, at least they released the papers, but we still see the retraction notice. So what we will do about it? They paid. Like, will you pay them back? No. From the language, we can't tell if these are official retractions or not. Decided to publish could mean the proceedings never appeared in the first place. We emailed and called press contacts and got this statement, which unfortunately still leaves us with a lot of unanswered questions. This works with more than 400,000 authors worldwide to deliver quality content in the academic relay. So this is their independent researchers. They're not working for them. To ensure that, I'm right, I guess, because they work with the authors, but the authors are not full-time worker of them. There are representatives, I guess. Unfortunately, sometimes we are faced with issues. In these instances, take steps to mitigate their effect and preserve the value of their content. So why? How many retractions have occurred, and when? Spokesperson told us. So, in our published materials, we need to inspect our digital library to retract if necessary. Is not a one-time occurrence, but an ongoing process. As a result, it's not feasible to specify the exact. It's not feasible. In addition, to limit the number of retractions that are necessary, process the screen materials prior to the submission. The notice you referenced is informational and for guidance to authors if their paper has been retracted or not in the fields of interest. So that is strange. That is strange because I thought, but it is good. But if I can say that it is okay if they give the money back. Then I will say, okay, nice. But so you can make the math how much money they make, and they earn, and they say like, okay, you pay the money, but now, yeah, whether they sign something that makes it okay, but I feel it shows that it's not a trustable organization, it's not a trustable place to publish your papers, and you cannot trust them. That clearly, and they don't even tell you the reason clearly why they retracted, and there is even chances that they retracted because they feel that the papers were not cited, and maybe that's one of the reasons. Like they see like it's not cited, let's remove it and then give the copyright back to them. They're useless papers. So someone can anyway, that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching this video and hope to see you in the next video.